Relations. Exactly what you think. How are things related to one another? A little bit of review. Remember when we talk about the quadrants, you start with the top right. This is the first quadrant, and then you move counterclockwise. So 2, 3, 4. In the purple, you can see that it's talking about what the signs are going to be for those ordered pairs. So in quadrant 1, both the x and the y are going to have positive numbers. In quadrant 2, you're going to have a negative x and a positive y. In quadrant 3, you're going to have both negatives, and in quadrant 4, you're going to have a positive x and a negative y. Also remember that your x-axis is the horizontal line, and that your y-axis is the vertical line. For this lesson, the new pieces of information are domain and range. Domain is the list of all of the x values in a set of data, and the range is a list of all of your y values in the set of data. Again, x comes before y in the alphabet, D comes before R. That's how I remember it. But in any way, you need to know it. The other thing is when we list domain and range, it should be listed least to greatest, so smallest number first, and no values repeated for either the domain or the range. So we're just going to look at a few examples. The first one, if I have the ordered pair -2, 4, 3, 6, -1, 4, and 8, -12, my domain, or the x values, least to greatest, would be -2, -1, 3, and 8. My range would just be -12, 4, and 6. So as you notice, even though there are 2 4s here and there, you only write it once in your range, so you're not repeating it. So the second example, if I have 16, -4, 17, 3, 1, 4, and 18, 4, my domain least to greatest is 1, 16, 17, 18, and my range again is -4, 3, +4, again because I have 2 4s in my y value, I only list it once. And the last example is if they give you a graph. So if you're given the data points, everything in the dark blue is what they give you, the pink is what I filled in. So the first thing you should do is write all of the points as ordered pairs in order to organize your data. So when I write them as ordered pairs, this one is a -2, -3, -1, 1, +2, -1, and +3, +4. Now I'm going to use those ordered pairs to write my domain and my range. So my domain would be -2, -1, +2, +3, and my range would be -3, -1, +1, +4. Again, the key is to remember that when you list domain and range, it's least to greatest, and no numbers get repeated in the listing phase.